netri Shanti Prade Subhimale Shakalartinashu Matur Viraja Satatam Mamahit Saroje Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. O embodiment of Brahman, most beautiful and auspicious one, our refuge, you grant spiritual awakening and take us across the ocean of this world. You are purity itself, the granter of peace and the destroyer of all misery. O Mother Saroda, please dwell forever in the lotus of my heart. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Thank you all. And we'll be thinking of Mother for some time. The topic was given that Mother, the supreme knowledge. Mother Saroda, she is the supreme knowledge, abode of knowledge. She is the knowledge herself. Yesterday when we were talking about the last part, that Mother is that same Mother who appeared as Mother Durga, Mother Kali in other times. And here also she appeared as Mother Saroda. But she was the power of Sri Ramakrishna power, Sri Ramakrishna state. What was Sri Ramakrishna? She was big embodiment of all wisdom and knowledge. She was Brahman. And Mother Saroda is the Shakti, the power. Shakti and Shaktiman, power and whose power? They are not too different. Power, someone's power of music, singing, or someone's skill of cooking remains within that person when he is singing or she is singing or cooking or not cooking. Similarly, that power which manifests as the universe, which manifests as the living being, which manifests as the source of all compassion and love and blessings, which manifests as the energy to redeem us from our ignorance. That is the power, and that power is my Holy Mother. And that Mother is no other than Sri Ramakrishna. So we were thinking of Holy Mother yesterday that way, that she is called Vijnana Deepa Ankuri. She was the embodiment of Vijnana, means spiritual wisdom, which is interpenetrated into the whole personality of that. That is Vijnana. Saturated with the consciousness of the divine. That is the knowledge of the Brahman. Knowledge of Brahman, she is an embodied form of that knowledge. And like a deepa, just like a lamp, removes all the darkness and ignorance. So similarly, Holy Mother entirely in her life has manifested that power, redeeming everyone, removing the darkness and ignorance of all. She is the giver Mokshadayini. She is the giver of wisdom and knowledge. Moksha, liberation. We are all struggling. All religious traditions are teaching us only to struggle for liberation in different language. Buddhism, Hinduism, Islam, Christianity, different languages there. But the main teaching is to get out of all types of bondage and suffering. So she is the giver of that liberation, freedom, absolute freedom from all types of bondage, Mokshadayini. And how she does it? She is like the holy Ganga. The Ganga is pure itself. Ganga is purity. We don't need anything to purify Ganga water. In the puja time, you will find the pujaris do purify everything. The grass, the flower, the fruit, the seed, the body, everything is purify. But no one does purify Ganga water. But they take the help of Ganga water to purify everything. So similarly, Holy Mother is that Ganga, who is nothing but the molten form of Sri Ramakrishna. What is the molten form? As we look at the vast expanse of the snow peaks of the Himalayas, it is all snow. That snow is very difficult for ordinary people to go and climb up above the Gomukh, Gangotri, then you go Gomukh, and then you climb up above in the glacier region. We ordinary people, we cannot go to that glacier, and it's not occasionally even someone has gone there. It's a good fortune, taking the opportunity. Someone may have gone, but with much trouble, struggling much. But when that same snow or the glacier melts down and comes down through Gomukh and down to the Gangotri, down to Rishikesh, down to Kankhal, come down, and it has come to your home in Allahabad, in your home in Calcutta, in your home in all the streams of that is the Holy Mother. That highest snow peak of Brahma Jnana, which Sri Ramakrishna remains always in that absolute consciousness, going 100 times into Samadhi. A very high peak, Everest range, full of snow, and we cannot reach there. Vivekananda can understand that. Brahmananda can understand that. Even they sometimes don't. Vivekananda said, we don't understand everything. What the question of we people to understand that, what is that Brahman consciousness and what is that to be charged in that? And who will redeem us? Sri Ramakrishna left Holy Mother for that great purpose. Said, what have I done? You will have to do much more than I have done. And we find what really has happened as we after looking the history as we go down. Now one time one devotee talked with Holy Mother, said that, Ma, your disciples, look at your disciples. How are they? Someone is drunk, someone is no devotion, and they're just very worldly. And see, Ramakrishna's disciple, Brahmananda, Vivekananda, this, that. And Holy Mother said, that how many? What is the number of that? And he has sent for me a streaming like the ants line of people to redeem them. So that is the Ganga has come down to us. That's why it is called, due to the compassion, Ramakrishna, being compassionate, embodiment of all love and holiness, is a mother, motherly love. She has come down for us, who will give so much freedom. Some devotee went to Jairambati and tried to meditate and things. Ma said, Baba, you have come here, what? Your meditation, Japa, you come here, move around and eat, sleep and dance. That's your life. So did you hear any guru will tell us like that? That is the compassion, overflowing compassion. And it is spontaneously. And really, no one needs anything, having that type of grace from Mother. So that's why Jiva Dukkha Katara, she is pain at the suffering of the individual souls like us. She is the Ghanibhuta Akhila Matri Shakti, Ghanibhuta, condensed. All the mother's heart is condensed in one place. And by that touch of that motherliness, if any form is created, and that is the Holy Mother. And only her duty is a Guru Mata. She is the Ramakrishna Bhakti Datri Chaitanya Daini. She is the giver of the awareness, consciousness, Chaitanya. She is the giver. She spontaneously gives. What she gives? Chaitanya. What you see? Ramakrishna came to do that. Ramakrishna did it for public one day. When? This January 1, we celebrated that. Kalpataru Day, we call it. And otherwise he was doing that thing to limited people, to touching Vivekananda, writing something in the tongue of Shivananda. Today is Shivananda birthday. So someday there, and it is going on internally, one or two few people. But on the January 1, it was declared, open declaration. Anybody came, and that what he said, what more shall I say? Ki ar bolbo? Tomra chaitanya hao. You all become aware of the divinity or consciousness. And not only saying so, touched. And whoever was there got the blessings, transformation, the knowledge dawned in the heart. Ramlal Dada was meditating. He expressed his experience that Ramakrishna's touch what he did. He was meditating on the divine, but the form is not coming in meditation. Most of us, when we meditate, we don't see the divine form, Ishta Devata. No? But that day, Ramakrishna's touch instantly created experience of that someone is inside and is light, full of light and effulgence, living presence of the Guru Ishta Murti. So that type of Chaitanya, that's why Ramakrishna gave that Chaitanya. And he ended, and Holy Mother started. Holy Mother started. It is like handing over the charge. He himself has come and gathered all the spiritual energy in one place. It's called the huge generator. No, energy. It will go 1500 years, that energy, to unfold it, that spirituality, irrespective of country, caste, country, men, women of any country. This will help them to unfold the consciousness which is hidden in them. And that was handed over to Holy Mother. That's why Holy Mother is the Chaitanya Daini, giver. Puthi, the writer of the Puthi, Akshay Sen, he has mentioned Chaitanya Daini, Ramakrishna Bhakti Ratri, another beautiful word. She bestows the bhakti, the devotion, by which we can really get into Ramakrishna, that Brahman, Ramakrishna the Absolute, Ramakrishna the Himalayan peaks, the ever cool and calm and serene and grand ocean or existence of the snow peaks. And Ramakrishna has come down in the form of Mother. And that's why, as Ganga has come down, as I said, so Holy Mother has come down. And that is the contribution of Holy Mother, knowledge herself. So whatever she touched and whatever she did, that's why she is continuing her mission still now. She is the supreme source of supreme knowledge. In the Kena Upanishad, we read what it says, Jade tad vidduta bhyadudat itin namimi shat a. That means to understand about the Brahman awareness. The Upanishadic says in the Kena Upanishad 4.4, he says, this is when the thunderbolt comes and the flash of light happens. It is so intense that ordinary person cannot look at that. So Ramakrishna is like that saturated energy of spirituality. His spirituality cannot be fathomed, cannot be touched, cannot be tested by ordinary people. And it can come and it will dazzle our eyes. But when that dazzling light comes down, here is another example, like the flow of the electrical energy comes down, then she takes the form of Holy Mother. And that's why Ramakrishna had to establish her as Sarada. Shankara has established after that sing in the Sringeri Mott, yes, established Mother Tripura Sundari. Such an Advaita Vedanta teacher, establishing for the good of the welfare of the world. Still now, she is being worshipped by Sarada there in the Tripura Sundari, in Sringeri Mott. And here, Sri Ramakrishna, to establish that mother for the welfare of the whole world, he worshipped Holy Mother on Dakshineshwar and put all his sadhana, the results of his sadhana, the rosary, or all that, offered everything, whatever she has at the feet of Mother Sarada. That's why she is the source of bringing freedom from all bondage. Makshad dwaro kapatu patana kari Kashipura Adiswari. Shankara is repeating this verse that she is the mother, Annapurna, mother. She is the giver of material food, of course. Here is the Sarada. She gives both. Who goes to Jayanambati or for any other problem, mother will only listen to the problem later on. A problem solving is not a big problem. She not to listen to that. She can do mentally. Only thinking like that she can change the mind. So what she does more? Annapurna. She says, "Oh my child, you have come. Ha, you look so dirty. Go, get yourself into the shower. I am preparing some meal for you." It is Mother Annapurna, not in Benaras Annapurna. Benaras Annapurna Ma is standing there and everyone is saying, "Oh Ma Annapurna, Bhikshang Dehi. But here that same Annapurna came as Sarada, cooking herself for the children and then feeding them. That's physical food. And in her presence, mental peace comes. Third comes, the spiritual awakening comes. So that is the moksha dwara, that darwa, that the door which leads us to moksha, liberation, freedom. That kapato door is to be, she breaks through. She opens up. Opens up that door to the realization of Sri Ramakrishna. That's why we call Sri Ramakrishna. And again, not two, but as we have heard the example, that it is very difficult to feel or reach that highest peak of Himalayas, where Everest and all the snow peak above Gangotri, Gomukh, no? But she comes down as ordinary mother, loving mother, caring mother. So, but main intention is to give liberation and freedom, not any only material. People can give material. Suppose anyone comes to any one of us and asks some food, we can prepare a meal. We can give that much, but not liberation. That liberation is held in the hand of mother. That's why she holds the key. She holds the key to liberation. That's why it has been in the Chondi, we have heard that it has been written in the Chondi, the Nittaiva sa Jaganmurti Taya Sarvamidam Tatam Tathapi Tat Samutpattir Bahudha Suyate Mama Devanang Karja Siddhyartham Avir Bhavati Sajada. Mother is everywhere. A Brahman is everywhere. The Shakti is also everywhere. As I said yesterday, that Brahman and Shakti, they are not separate. That is the same. Wherever there is Brahman, there is Shakti. But it is when it's not manifested, we call Brahman. When it manifested in name and form, in time and space, we call the manifestation in space and time, that is Srishti. So, Mother is Nitya. Nityaiva sa Jaganmurti. This universe, the form you see, every form, everything is saturated with the Divine Mother. Nityaiva sa Jaganmurti. Toya, by that mother, Sarvamidam Tatam. Ramakrishna. is to see that is mother everywhere, the consciousness manifested everywhere. Tathapi, they are all, though it is true, but we hear sometimes that divine mother who pervades everywhere, Jaganmurti Tat Samutpatti Bodha Sriyate. The Rishi Medhas Muni says that I have heard that this divine power for the good of humanity appears Devanang Karja Siddhyartham, for the Siddhi, success of the gods, the mission of the gods, the mission of the human life, to fulfill that. She appears, she comes and stands and does the work of Avirbhav. And that is the Durga Kali we see appeared in different form. With the prayers in the Chandi, you can find that mother appeared different times to remove the afflictions of the gods and goddesses, etc. But not that much. That is a Rajasic manifestation. Sattika manifestation is Sarada, where that is only nothing but the blessings and realization and redeeming, the taking away their suffering of life. So this time, Mother Sarada came, not holding a sword in hand like Ma Kali, or not like Ma Durga with 10 hands, 10 weapons to kill the Asura, but the same Asuras are inside. So Mother came and killed all the Asuras inside. That is her mission. But not outward, no, not holding any sword or not holding any weapon, but by the weapon of what? The weapon? What Holy Mother brought this in this time? What the weapon? Weapon of love, unconditional love, the mother's love. That is the uniqueness of this Sarada. She is the supreme knowledge and giver of supreme knowledge. She is the embodiment of knowledge, and she redeemed everyone by that. Only one weapon, she conquered the whole world, that was the love. Non-judgmental, that is the love. And there is no conditioning. Every love, as we understand in the material world, is judgmental and conditional. But that is the only love where Holy Mother stands. It is non-judgmental and non-conditional. She loves whatever we do. Do you remember that how, see the story of that midnight Holy Mother sleeping, and and the Bhakta came and she was shouting and howling to find out Mother to come out to see and show her face. And though, so he ultimately win by singing a song. That song we all remember again and again. How many times we repeated that? Utho go karunamoi, khulo go kutirodar, adhare herite nari, hridikape onibar, utho go karunamoi ma. And then, Oma, get up, and show me your divine face, no? Adhare, in the darkness, I can't see the road, I can't see anything. Adhare, Hridikape, my heart is trembling in fear. And please come up, no? Khelai motto chilam bole, buji mukho bakaile. I was in a playful mood. So I was playing with the world and worldliness. And for that reason, you don't look at me, you turn your face in the other way. Now I am giving you assurance. I will not go for playing anymore. Please do open the door. Only this much prayer. Could you believe that Jagat Janani then, she saw that the door is open and Mother is Bara Abhayamurti, showing the blessings and boon. It's Ma Kali. And to get Ma Kali's grace, how much austerity you have to do? How much sadhana, how much material things you have to collect? It's nothing. You only cried out and drunk, totally drunk. He's returning home maybe at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the midnight. What time he does not know. But only this cry. So mother cannot stay there and open. And see, she is the supreme knowledge. See, by glance she can give that. What happened, we know. Then when mother came up and he saw, his heart was totally saturated with joy. He fell down in the street, dirty street, and saluted, "Ma, take my pranam." And then he started singing a song. Jatne hridaye rekho adorini shama mare. And then he felt that divine mother, that what he saw physically in his heart. So, say revelation, that is the knowledge, wisdom, which mother can give by glance. That is the beauty of Holy Mother. That's why she is the supreme knowledge. She, by touch, by look, she can comfort them. She is the Gyanada Mokshada. She gives the knowledge, she gives the moksha, liberation. She is Mother Saraswati. Dakat Baba, you know, the dacoit, the story of the dacoit. Walking. These are all stories. He was going, and then she could not walk with the little tiny feet. How she could make speed with the other people who are elderly. So she was falling back, and she fell back. And then the twilight, the evening twilight, and then a big guy coming. Who's there? As soon the highway robber. And what happened to that highway robber? Suddenly he got so much emotion and love, and he was carrying a big stick, and followed by his wife. Their wife is also not ordinary. Highway robber's wife. So highway will beat, and she will collect the material and then come back. That was their plan. And that is the way they are living. And what happened? And Holy Mother said, "Who are you?" "I'm your daughter." Some simple sweet words opened the door in the heart of that highway robber. Do you think it is some other reason that suddenly this tiny child or daughter, one girl talking like that, and changed the mind of the highway robber? Some say the dacoit saw the divine mother Kali, what is his Ishta Devi. There is that temple even now. If you have visited Televelo, in the middle, there you'll find that there is a temple of Ma Kali. It's called Dakat Kali, highway robbers' mother Kali. He's really ferocious, big and ferocious. But whatever, he worships that mother and goes for killing people to take money. No, India is a peculiar country. People do all these things. Everything in the name of God, they do. Anyhow, but Ramakrishna, Ma showed her the divine form. And that is in the Swami Abjojananda wrote in the Prakriting Paramam book. There you find that he saw probably, it is his speculation, he saw probably the Mother Kali in Ma Sharada. That's why his transformation came instantly. So that is the Dakat Baba. Harish, Holy Mother was taking, these are very crude examples. Many noble examples are there, but I am giving the little unusual example where they are not fit to get the blessings of this type of illumination. What happened with Horis? Horis, his mind was lost because of having some drug or something. And when he was in the Kamarpukur, and Holy Mother was there alone one day, and this Horis was chasing Mother, and 1 round, 2 round, and 3rd round, Mother got so much tired, and then suddenly turned back and put that Horis down to the ground and put her knees on the chest and put out his tongue and then started slapping right and left. And mother said her fingers become reddened with that touch, that the slapping. What is the form of this mother's form? This is called the uh, um, that Bagala Mata. That Bagala Mata's Bagala form appeared. This is a gross example, as if how Holy Mother, so soft, so kind, take away all out of compassion, is all negativity, and change the personality. And it is said that after that, he left Kamarpukur, and then he was totally transformed person. In Benares, somebody saw, and he found that he's a totally transformed spiritual personality. So this is the way Mother takes away our all the negativities and gives the wisdom and knowledge. Ramakrishna in the Gospel have mentioned this, that to receive the grace of the Lord, you are to worship Adya Shakti, that Mother. You are to please her. She is Mahamaya. She has deluded the whole world and created and maintained. She maintains and she destroys everything. She has kept everyone under the spell of ignorance. That Mahamaya, that great Mother, unless she opens the door, you cannot enter into the inner realm. If you stay outside, then you can see only things outside, but you cannot see that eternal Satchidananda conscious Purusha. And that's why Ramakrishna said in the Chandi, at the time of destroying the Madhu and Kaitava, all the Brahma and other gods praised Holy Divine Mother in that way. She is the root cause of this universe. This is all Ramakrishna's quote from Gospel. But one thing to understand, with the Adya Shakti, with that Mother, there are two aspects. Ramakrishna says Vidya and Avidya. And there is the knowledge side, and also there is the ignorance side. So Mother plays in both the role. So Avidya, that deludes us and keeps us engaged in the association with lust and greed and all these things. And Vidya, that which brings in us bhakti, love, compassion, knowledge, and supreme devotion, and takes us in the path of God and godliness. So this is the Mahamaya. Mahamaya is playing. That's why one important thing is that our duty is to just to pray, just to surrender, just to ask for her grace only. So Mahamaya, she becomes like a guru. That's why we find that how many people came being disturbed in the worldly sense and came to Mother and got the liberation, and worldly suffering as also the spiritual ignorance all removed. So Mahamaya, she is herself the guru. She binds us in the way when she is displeased, and she removes every obstacle when she is pleased. That means she is pleased that means when you look at her and try to transform ourselves, then that Mother appears to us to remove our obstacles and gives us liberation. She comes in the form of Guru also, our Guru. She also removes all the bondage of this world and worldliness. That's why so much appreciation has been given in the scriptures, in the tantras, about worship of the Mother. You see Holy Mother's life. If we have so many stories, Mahapurush Maharaj, sometimes today is Mahapurush Maharaj's birthday. So Mahapurush Maharaj talks about Holy Mother in the highest esteem. Sri Ramakrishna, we all know how Swami Vivekananda used to talk about Holy Mother, how all the direct disciples used to feel about Holy Mother. So, even Big Gyanananda Swami, as I said the other day, Big Gyanananda Swami, he normally didn't go to salute Mother in the Udbodhan. And he used to go and sit in the ground, base and the first floor. And don't go to, everyone is going to salute Mother, but he will sometimes go there, but sit there and then come back. So, why he does not go? Then that was revealed, that he felt one day that why to go to see Mother? I come here and sit in the first floor, and as I enter into my room, I feel the lotus of my heart is all opened up, and by Mother's grace. Such is the power, Mahashakti, great Shakti. Big Gyanananda Maharaj feeling not to go in front of Mother. It is terrible. It is so big thing to be in presence of her. Her presence, distance, that presence from a distance, that itself opens the lotus of the heart. Hrit Kamal, no? That's the Big Gyanananda Swami's experience. Swamiji's experience, we all know. Holy Mother, Mahapurush Maharaj says, Holy Mother was the mother of all. Her kindness, her forbearance, and her patience were wonderful. How little of her do we ourselves know. But she has, out of her mercy, let me realize that she is none other than the mother of the universe. Who is saying? This is Swami Shivananda saying. I am quoting from him. That, but she has, out of her mercy, let me, means Shivananda Maharaj, realize that she is none other than the mother of the universe. None can understand her real nature unless she is in her mercy and reveals it to us. First Jogen Maharaj, Yogananda, and then Sharat Maharaj, Sarodananda, attended to her needs. I had also the good fortune of cooking for her once when on a visit to Jarambati. That was many years back, a few years after Master had left the body. The Holy Mother was then, and Swami Ramakrishnananda with me also. I forgot who it was. Perhaps it was Swami Subodhananda also. In those days, the devotees seldom visited Jarambati, and the journey too was extremely difficult. We had informed Mother it pleased her greatly to have us there. Forthwith, she became very busy about feeding us properly and making us happy in every way. Jarambati was a small village where nothing can be had. Nevertheless, she arranged for milk, fish, and various kinds of vegetables. She knew that the people of Calcutta were used to drinking tea, so she arranged for our tea as well. We spent the whole day in great delight. We had a fine bath in the Talpukur tank. Holy Mother, being very bashful, would not come out in the open before us, nor would she talk to us. At night, when we had gone to bed after dinner, I planned with Swami Ramakrishnananda that we should cook for her on that following day. Next morning, when he broached the subject before her after tea, she at first laughed at the idea and said, "How can that be, my sons? I am your mother. It is my duty to cook for you. And here you are wanting to cook for me? Indeed, instead, you will hardly be able to bear the smoke in our kitchen." With such words, she wanted to dissuade us, but we did not mind her objection and were firm on our resolve. At last, as the last argument, I said, "We come from Brahmana homes, so why should you have any objection to take food cooked by us?" The master also accepted cooked food from us. Ultimately, she had to agree, and Sri Ramakrishna and myself, Ramakrishnananda and myself cooked, and the mother was highly pleased with the food. That was the way. See how is it dealing with very simple thing. Mother, and with this dealing, they are finding the that mother is the divine mother, mother of the universe. So actually, to understand the glory of the divine mother is so difficult for we people like ordinary people like us. But we have to understand that our her life example, enough example is there, how people coming from say remote villages and going to Jairambati, and mother is arranging for their food. Some people come with their children, and so many children to take care. It happened once, no, that two three children or four children, mother could not uh, um, they to arrange for them to good food and thing. Afterwards, then he had to leave, come back. This mother with the children was coming back, and then Holy Mother found that after they have left quite a distance, then some clothing, a wet cloth was hanging somewhere. And then he asked Swami Sharodeshananda, who was mother's disciple, asked him, my child, could you please go? That lady could not manage all these things. She forgot to hear, left this, some chadar, some towel or something like that. And he ran, and went and catched them and gave that towel. And then he came back after walking. And then mother found another thing. Oh, there is a cloth that was given for drying, but that girl could not manage and forgot all this. Could you please go? And then again, the Sarodeshananda Swami took that and didn't hesitate, no? And ran again at long distance. See the compassion even for little things. That's why she is the mother. She is looking at the very minutest thing of life to the highest thing of life. The range is too high, from zero to infinity. That's why whatever we want to ask, it is to be asked from mother. The mother can give both this side and that side. Because we in the world we need sometimes, no. Only highest knowledge will not solve our day-to-day problem many times, no. And we are not fit for that. Therefore, mother can looks very carefully with our needs and helps us from mundane to the spiritual. But actually, in whatever way she does, she gives the highest spiritual wisdom. That is, she is the knowledge of Brahman. That's why Abhedananda Swami has written beautiful verses about about Holy Mother. She said, Satchit Sukhanubhavadayini Bodha Rupe Visheshwari Pranatapalini Siddhidatri Sri Sharade Bhuvana Mangala Divyamurte Matar Viraja Satatang Mamaret Saroje. Satchit Sukhanubhavadayini. What a beautiful language he has written. She gives the ananda. She is the bestower. Daini. What she gives? Satchit Sukho Ananda. Anubhava, the realization, the experience she can give. What is Sat Chit Ananda Brahman? She can give that experience, and she is the embodiment of Bodha, of consciousness. She is the Visheshwari, she is the Ishwari of the whole creation. Pranata Palini, who takes refuge, she takes care of that. Even don't take refuge, she goes out of the way. And if one takes refuge, then she is helpless. She says, I cannot throw away. They have taken refuge in me, no? So she is the giver of protection and giver of wisdom, whoever takes refuge in her. And Siddhidatri, all success, giver of all success. Sri Sharade Bhuvana Mangala Dibba Murte. Your mother Sharada, you are for the auspiciousness of the whole world. Bhuvana Mangala, Dibba Murti, the divine form of divine, her form itself is all divine. That's why we sometimes think that we cannot meditate, our meditation does not become deep. It's not needed. Just to look at Holy Mother photo. She's the embodiment of purity, embodiment of knowledge, embodiment of love. That can help us. And with intent prayer to heart, we can actually get whatever we want from, as I said, from the worldly things to the end. But not that she is not like Kalpaturu, as we have um, always discussed. Kalpaturu. Kalpaturu gives whatever we want, but Mother gives only whatever is good for us. Sometimes she does not sanction all the things, but we have to understand that is also her grace, that she gives not everything. If she gives everything, then I do not know what would have happened. We do not know what is good and what is bad. Everything what we wanted, it would be a total mess. But she gives this much, whatever she gives, she takes away the ignorance from our heart and releases us from all bondage. So we can now feel in this way that Mother is the embodiment of all compassion. Mother is the source of creation, sustenance, and destruction. No, Mother Ramakrishna, when he was Hridayaram misbehaved with Mother many times, but one time Ramakrishna said, "You Hriday, you do not know. You may say whatever you like. You can tell me, but if what is in her, she gets mad at one time, then you will have no place in the three worlds, in this world, that world, that world. Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, all of them try to protect you. You will not be protected. No one can. So be careful with Holy Mother." So, but she is so humble. She forgives everything, all the faults, all the defects. She does not look at that. It is her grace. So we have got some mother. So we can keep that mother into our awareness to day-to-day problems, calling upon her, telling her, as also to say, give me the ultimate experience. At least, Oma, not now, at least before I die, please come and give your vision and experience so that Moksha Daro, the door opens up and I can see your divine face as Sri Ramakrishna, the Brahman, the Atman. Okay, so we can end here. And Hori, then what is the next?
We will have a song by Krishna and then questions from devotees.
Okay, so some
song. While Prithvita is singing, you others can prepare your questions. You can use the raise hand button in Zoom or just send me a chat message that you have a question and your turn to unmute will come. Prithvita, you can unmute him.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Beautiful guest, you arrive in my evening. I salute thee. You smile in the core of my darkness. I salute you. In this humble, silent, and still sky, I salute you. In the silent chants of hymns by the still stars, I salute you. In the deserted inn at the end of a work day, I salute you. With a fragrant garland of the evening flowers, I salute you.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Prithvi. Preeti from Michigan has a question.
Okay. Okay, Preeti, what is the question? Unmute it. It is not
Pranam
unmute.
Maharaj.
Yeah. My voice is not going.
Go ahead, Preeti.
Okay. So Maharaj, I have a question. In Chandi, the 13th chapter, both the king and the merchant, on the advice of the Rishi, they actually take up austerities, control their mind, and do everything that he tells them to. And finally, they obtain Divine Mother's grace. And when Mother appears before both of them, in spite of doing the exact same thing, and in spite of having the same bad, it's not the same, but really bad experiences in the world, the king does not have any dispassion compared to, at least it says in the translation, the merchant has dispassion. He develops dispassion. And so he is able to obtain realization. Mother grants him that. So what is it that lacks, and how does one, in spite of like devotees like us, we're trying to, take refuge in the mother, or Thakur, and but there may be still many desires, and we are unaware of many things which can still, prevent us from getting that grace.
Mm. Yeah, that's true. Mhm. This is to be a very, very great learning for all of us. You please mother, and mother, from mother's side, said, my child, whatever you want. No? Whatever you want. That means I wanted what is hidden desire. She's my problem. Even she wants to give, but I'm not ready for that. No? So, whatever, you cannot blame. That's why God we cannot blame. God is always kind. God is always willing to give us whatever we want. But are we really asking for that? Even all these troubles, the king, as he understood, that yes, they are defeated, but little desire remain. No, why this injustice? I will have to rule. I will then get back to my kingdom, and she ruled, as we read the Chandi, that she ruled for a long time. But what will happen, if that desire is there, that will lead us to the desired end. But all desires should go to get mother. That's why Holy Mother said that you become free from all desire. Nirbashana hao, tekkuni hoy. If you become nirbashana, no bashana. The merchant, he said, I have nothing to ask. I don't want anything. See, this is the question. I don't want anything versus I want this. So this is the, ultimately with this experience, what will happen with the king also, when that experience will be over, he will understand the monotony of being a king or a emperor of a country. No, there is no ultimate joy. That is yet to be understood. That's why what we ask from mother in our life also, we should not be fools. If we can get the chance, I say, Ma, that's why I always suggest that it is better to pray to mother. Oh, Ma, I am asking this. I do not know what is good or bad. But it is you who give what is good for me. Please bestow that thing. It may be difficult for us to give up what I think good. Major, because ahanta momota. We have read in the Chandi also. Momota agarte, in the ditch or the dungeon of momota, mindness, me and mindness, I and my. So so long I remains, I have some expectation. I want to fulfill that expectation, and that is my joy. I think that will be happy. That will make me happy. That mistake we are doing all through the life. So, but my mother can give both. If you want this, mother will give. If you want that, mother is ready to give. So that's why it is a great indicative of the idea that even if God comes before us, mother appears before us, আমি চাহিতে জানি না দয়াময়, না কি গান আছে না? কি গান আছে? আমি চাহিতে জানি না দয়াময়. Am I right or wrong? I don't know. There is a song. Oh Lord, I don't know what to ask from you. Ami chahi dara suto, not Rabindranath, it is probably Rajanikant or somebody. I ask for wealth, money, progenies, this, but I don't ask for you. So that is the point. So that is our samskara, and that forces us to ask for. See, that yesterday I gave the example that there is one devotee whose name was Chandra, and Chandra was very close to Holy Mother, Divine Mother Sarada. And he goes anytime without any asking or anything. He's a young boy, Ma loves him. So he went, and then somebody says, you are so free to mother, why not you ask? Can you ask something? And I said, yes, I can ask anything, and mother will give me anything. Okay. Then when he said, ask for mukti, or liberation. See, this is Mahamaya. She also deludes. That means we need that purity of the heart to say, I don't want anything, Ma, excepting you. So when that purity of the heart will come, then mother will give that. And mother, if you are all mothers, many of you have the experience. When the child always wants to climb on your lap all the time, it's too much for you. No. So let the child sometimes play something. No. And you give some toy and this and that. Mother also like that. Not with vengeance, not with anger, she is doing any harm to us. But from her side, it's okay, Baba, oh, too much to take care of her. So let the baby play sometimes. So she gives the ignorant idea also, our vasana, our desire. Therefore, Holy Mother's last word we have to understand. We have to ask from God whatever to ask. Don't ask anything. But whatever we ask, that may not be satisfying ultimately. It has been tested and verified millions of times in the life of many people. No? So ask for that eternal freedom. Ask for that I shall be with you, O Mother. Don't make me separate from you. But our mind sometimes get deluded. And then when it got deluded, then Mother said, what do you want, my boy, Chandra? And the boy said, oh, I want some prasad. Okay, there is some sweets. They get that prasad and go away. So we get prasad instead of mukti. But ultimately, of course, he might have got it. This is my faith, because being so much close to Mother, ultimately. But for the time being, we are happy with the sweet bit. Rasgulla, prasad. But if we want that prasad, that peace and contentment which is abiding in our life, so that will come. That's why Holy Mother's advice, nirbashana hoa. Don't ask for anything. Make your mind free from all asking. And oh Mother, you do whatever you like, and let me remember you, and you remain always in my heart. Matar biraja satatam mamar hit saroji. Oh Mother, you always stay a living presence in my lotus of my heart. So that should be our prayer. Okay? Thank you. Anything?
Anand.
Anand.
Maharaj, like you were saying, that mother lets the kid play, but it feels like that play is never ending, Maharaj. Like, I know that when I call Ma will answer, but that play is never coming to an end.
That is to be prayed. Mother, I am playing for a long time. Kalamur Holo says, there is a poem of Swami Vivekananda wrote about Divine Mother. No? I am tired of this play, oh Mother. Just read that poem and with earnest heart tell that that's the play I know you are playing. But Mother, it does not give me peace anymore. I don't want anymore. I want you. No? So that cry, we have to pay the price of everything, no? We want to purchase a jewel, so we have to collect good amount of money to have a piece of jewel, no? So we'll have to forego all other little petty things in our life only to crave for that highest joy, no? So yes, and also I am failure, but here is the beauty that we can tell that same word to Mother. Mother, I am a failure. Please, you are my mother. You should have to do it. No? Even Swami Mahapurush Maharaj Swami Shivananda is teaching that you would go and talk to Sri Ramakrishna and tell that your son has taught me to pray this way. So follow. We will say, Are, you have told to this bhakta in the gospel of Holy Mother. You said that day, and you are not giving it to me. What type of mother are you? So fight with her. So we can do that, and there is a joy in that. Maybe not that our problem will be immediately solved, but peace will come. If we know everything is the play of Mother, everything is for my good. This is really the philosophy is that. Mother is mother for us. Everything happening in life, good or bad, it is her wish, no? You say, Without her wish, nothing happens. So if that is so, if we believe that premises, I may not understand. Ramakrishna said, even the leaf does not move without the will of God. No? So if that happens, oh, it is painful for me, but we can say, oh mother, this is your will. What can I say? Please let me understand your will. Let me understand your presence. Let me understand that you are giving it to me for my good, for my spiritual well-being, for my unfoldment. Only give me strength to understand that. That means it's a dialogue. And that dialogue should be continuous dialogue. Whom you can dialogue? First of all, you have to understand that man is there. You are calling somebody on the other side. You are calling when? When you know that there is a man on the other side. And then you can start your dialogue. So if you understand that there is a person here inside, as we call mother, then start dialoguing with her. And that presence will be felt more and more. You are with me. That is the major thing. Okay.
Geeta has a question.
Oh, Geeta.
Pranam Swamiji. So Swamiji, I have a question. Like my japa mantra has only Thakur's name. Would the same mantra, the Bija mantra, have Ma's name?
Oh, that's your personal question. But normally, the mantras are given. There are 3 parts of your mantra probably, is it not? Your mantra has 3 parts.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So first part is you can get the name. And in between there is called Bija. And the other part is the Pranava. Pranava is the symbol of infinite Brahman. Coming down through mother. The middle part is mother. And the concrete form. So it is all in one.
I think the same japa will be for Ma also.
Yeah, you can do that. That's why we are taught that, yes, as we discussed today, they are not two separate. Brahman and the Ganga, flowing Ganga, and which is in the peak, snow peaks, all the snow, they are not different, it's same. So it is in the form or in the formless aspect. So they are same, all the same. And with the mantra, everything is there in the mantra. Guru has given the mantra, everything is there in the mantra. And you can think of Ramakrishna, you can think of Mother, you can think of infinite aspect of Brahman. Oh, so that is all inclusive. You can start from any side. If you like the form, start with form. And form links to the infinite. That is the middle channel, middle part of the mantra. And then you can go to think that you are infinite, absolute, beginningless, endless, ocean of Satchidananda, Satchidananda Rupo Aham, Nitya Buddha Svabhavan. That is the call. So either you think in the absolute aspect, that's also your mantra has that potential there. Also in the form of, to see in the form of the avatar, you can see. Also hidden way. Ma always remains hidden now. Ramakrishna's photograph was available, but Holy Mother's photograph was not available until 1953, Mother's centenary. Previously, it was very difficult. Those who were initiated by Holy Mother, they could not get a photograph of Mother because Mother is always hiding, as she always covers her head with the cloth. So Mother was hiding. So Mother always wants to hide. That's why Shakti Bij is in between, hidden. But she is hiding there. So our prayer will unfold that. So it can be taken in any aspect, Dvaita, and this and that. All concept is given by Guru has given you. That's it. We can start anyway. Okay, thank you. Okay, that's all. Okay.
One more, Maharaj, Madhav.
Maharaj Pranam. Did Sarada Devi had any specific advice to the Western people?
Western or Eastern mother says everyone is her children. And the advice, I think, the same. Advice is the same. I do not know anything. Mother is always compassionate. We do little bit. Mother says, "Ah ha ha, my child has done so much. It is enough, enough, enough." No. So specifically, I never thought that way. That what is a special message for the Westerner. The simple thing that how we can spiritualize our life. No, Ramakrishna, mother used to suggest that think of mother day and night, think of Ramakrishna day and night, and he will release everything, all bondage will go away, like that. So constant remembrance, practice of the presence of God, that may be Holy Mother. Constant japa is universal, not for only India, for the West. Even many of our Western devotees here, they do japa. That japa they do. Puruscharana they do. All these things where the Holy Mother's advice is there. So to take the name of the Lord day and night, ajapa, Holy Mother's suggestion. I think the same advice. I don't think that there's anything special because human mind is the same mind. Mind is the same mind. But Holy Mother is very compassionate to understand this world. You live in the world. We'll have to be careful about that. See how Mother is to take care of the children, cooking, cleaning, taking care of that, their physical health, their mental health. So similarly, in this country also, people will have mental problem, physical problem, emotional problem. So it is how to solve that problem is the same. Human mind is the same. East and West has no difference in that. That's my thought. Okay.
Thank you, Maharaj. Pranam.
Namaste.
Hello, Maharaj. Pranam, Maharaj.
Pranam, what question?
Maharaj, how prayer help us in our spiritual life? Prayer.
How prayer?
Yeah.
Again?
How prayer help us in our spiritual life?
How?
Pray to Mother.
Praying. How to pray?
Help us spiritual life.
Spiritual life, prayer. Prayer is always spiritual life. Whenever you pray, even for the Mannel, you are praying to Mother. Mother is the source. We have to think we are praying to the Divine Mother, who is the Mother of the whole universe. So I am praying. Whenever I am connecting in any way with Mother, that is purifying. That purifies our heart. That makes it spiritual. That's why, that story of Ramakrishna, that the fakir went to king, to Akbar, and he was praying to God for money, wealth, prosperity, land, wealth, etc. And then the fakir was going away, and then fakir Akbar pointed out his hand to wait. And after finishing his prayer, he then asked, "You came to ask for something. Why are you going away?" "Well, I thought that I came to beg from you, but I see that you are a beggar. So you are begging from Allah. So why not I also pray to Allah?" So this is the point. When you go to Mother for any solution, then you are going to the Divine Mother. So that divine touch, mind touching the divinity. When you think of whatever we think, our mind touches that idea, touches that object. And according to that, the object, because Holy Mother is all purity, all love, all compassion, all redeeming power. So whenever we touch in any way, then we get little purification. Rather than we can solve the same problem. Many people may say, "Why to bother Mother? I can solve the problem by going to this gentleman." Well, yes, you can go to the gentleman, but better spiritual will be first pray to Mother. Get touch with Mother. That means divine is within. You call Mother, you call Father, but I am talking to the Mother. So feel that she is there and communicate with her. As soon as we communicate, automatically, because she is pure, purity will come into us and our mind will be cleaner. and then we can handle the problems of life much more diligently, because we know she is the holder of the key, and she is playing both in making someone remain in some play, and someone's play is over. My play is done. Swami Vivekananda's poem, my play is done. After playing for so many years, oh mother, my play is done. Yes. So I think prayer to God or to Divine Mother is itself purifying. Even for mundane things, that makes a difference than that of ordinary asking. Okay?
Maharaj, thank you, Maharaj. This is a great New Year gift for us. Best gift we got for.
Oh, Baba, I do not know what we saw it. So, no, I'm so happy to see all of your faces and so many of our DC devotees, and also all our Pittsburgh devotees I've not seen for a long time. Yes, Sati Kumkum is all, Gita, and so many. Anyhow, I'm so happy. Kolpita is also here today. Okay, good. So this time actually, in one sense, this has given this opportunity, not even being close, but we can see each other. And let us conclude with this idea that, oh Mother, bless us, no? So that we can keep our mind on you. And all the suffering, life brings suffering. Life brings anxieties, worries, everything is there. No one can ignore that. And really it is sometimes very pathetic and difficult to cross. But it is, if we think, as Holy Mother said, always remember, there is a mother. There is a mother for you. And that I send my blessings. Those who are here, those who will be in the future, those who were in the past, my blessing goes for all. So this is our mother. So it's a wonderful mother we have got. And we try to think, anything happens, let us go to mother. Just report. Like a child. You see, child, anything happens, goes to mom. Mom, this has happened. Mom, this has happened. Let mother be little disturbed with this. Because she knows that she does not go to anywhere, but comes to me only. So it is a good practice to go to mother. So I crave the blessings of the Divine Mother so that we can go to her for all our needs, all our satisfaction, all our joys, all our sufferings, so that she envelops in our heart and soul. Thank you all. Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma. Jai
Pranam. Thank you, Maharaj. Good night.
Thank you. Good night. Jai Ma. Okay.
Happy New Year, Maharaj.
Thank you, Jai.